Welcome back to another episode of Intimacy Secrets Podcast. On today's show, I'll be talking about sexual intimacy and its connection with aural energy. In fact, let me start with an excerpt from the Mind's Journal. Pay attention to whom you share your intimate energy with. Intimacy at this level intertwines your aural energy with the aural energy of the other person. These powerful connections, regardless of how insignificant you think they are, leave spiritual debris, particularly within people who do not practice any type of cleansing, physical, emotional, or otherwise. Welcome to Intimacy Secrets Podcast. I'm your host, Linda Smith. This podcast is for singles and couples that want to ignite, excite, and delight in all things intimacy. This podcast will teach you how to be the perfect lover and to put the sizzle into your relationship. Today I want to talk about something a bit different. We are going to explore the concept that sexual intimacy has a connection with aural energy. Now bear with me on this one. I know some of you may have a resistance to a more spiritual focus, but Deepak Chopra tells us that sexual energy and spiritual energy do, in fact, have the same source. So let's explore this thought a bit further. I promise it will be relevant for you. If you look up the word intimacy in a dictionary, you are going to find terms such as familiarity, close friendships, or sexual intercourse. But intimacy is not that easily defined. When two people have sexual intimacy, it is more than just two bodies having sex. There is a deep connection, and while you are free to express yourself sexually, you share more than your physical body. You also share the deepest part of yourself. When you can do this, when you can let down your emotional guard with each other, something special happens. You feel loved, free, cared for, and emotionally connected. You have a shared experience and a genuine felt connection. In this way, sexual intimacy is closely associated with spirituality, in that at its best, it connects you soul to soul or spirit to spirit. With Robert Emmons identifying one of the components of spiritual intelligence as the ability to experience heightened states of consciousness. And physical relationships rooted in sexual intimacy reach the highest. Your senses come alive. And as you fall deeper into your intimate connection, there's a palpable energy that you share. This sexual energy is primal, it's creative, and opens your heart to love and being loved. The world disappears. Time becomes meaningless, and you enter a heightened state of bliss where you feel free, defenseless, open, and vulnerable. And if that isn't spiritual, then I don't know what is. Take a moment. Have you ever experienced this level of energetic connection with your partner? If not, no worries. I've helped hundreds activate their superpowers. To be quite honest, most people go through life never knowing what true connection is. So now you have awareness. Just need to open up the channels to imagination. It takes practice. Consider this. In a committed, loving, deeply intimate relationship, each time you are physically intimate with each other, your spiritual bond strengthens. The sexual energy becomes more powerful, fulfilling your need for love and oneness. Your identities, your auras merge and you become one person. And the effects last beyond the physical act, with each of you leaving a deep and lasting impression on the other person's aura. If you approach sex with indifference, guilt, or shame, then you rob yourself and your partner from experiencing the true power of sexual intimacy. Self-intimacy is an important part of sexual intimacy and is the foundation for creating and maintaining healthy, intimate relationships. But what about casual sex? Well, there's no such thing as casual sex in terms of sexual energy. Whenever you get physically intimate with anyone, your energies, your auras blend. You receive and keep part of theirs and they yours. That's what makes sexual intimacy so meaningful. We literally share ourselves with each other. So each time you have sex with someone, there is literally a lasting impression, even if you never see them again. A kind of energy cord, if you will. And if you have sex with a positive person, then you will carry with you part of their positivity. And the same with a negative person. You will keep with you some of their negative energy. So, imagine the amount of negative energy someone who engages in a number of meaningless sexual encounters is carrying around with them. It gives a whole new meaning to the thought that when you have sex with someone, you are having sex with everyone they've ever had sex with. You are actually receiving the energy of everyone they have ever been intimate with. Don't worry, though. You can minimize the impact that previous sexual partners, yours or theirs, have on your aural energy by taking a few simple steps to aural cleansing. Sunlight. Try to get 15 minutes of sunlight every day. It is a great source of vitamin D and an awesome way to release negative energy. Water. Drink plenty of water and take a bath with sea salt or Epsom salts. Adding Epsom salts to your bath stimulates the flow of your own energy and also draws out and purges debris from your aura. Walk barefoot in nature. Any opportunity you have to engage and activate your senses allows for you to connect with heaven and earth. Connect with your creative self. Do an activity that you enjoy. Often this level of excitement will raise your frequency and unblock energetic stagnation. Meditate. It promotes the release of unwanted energy and is a powerful way to ground and balance yourself. We are energetic beings, and sexual intimacy is a powerful connection that allows us to share that energy with each other. So be careful who you share your sexual energy with. After all, you do give a part of yourself with each and every sexual encounter. Perhaps a good rule to follow is one from author Lisa Patterson. Never sleep with anyone you wouldn't want to be. I hope that listening to this podcast has now deepened your understanding of what sexual intimacy and its connection with aural energy is, the influence it has in your personal relationships, and what you can do to cleanse your aura. Remember, I welcome questions and would love to answer any that you have, so please ask away. And make sure you join me on my next podcast where I explore porn addiction and the betrayed partner. Make sure you listen in for this fascinating topic. In fact, if you subscribe now, you'll never have to miss out on any of this life-changing content. In the meantime, as you consider how much you will benefit from increased sexual intimacy and connecting with your aural energy, why not download my free ebook, Enhancing Emotional Intimacy, by clicking on the link below. Well, bye for now, and I will see you next time. Welcome back to another episode of Intimacy Secrets Podcast. On today's show, I'll be talking about porn addiction and the betrayed partner. This week's quote is from BJ, a partner of a porn addict. My husband was doing so much better. As far as I know, he hadn't slipped in months, and I had hope beyond hope that it was over. Now, he's just gotten a new job and is away from us for weeks at a time. Just found out he's been lying to me and his accountability partner about his continued addiction. I'm going through this grieving process all over again. After 9 years of marriage, part of me just wants to call it quits. I'm so brokenhearted. Again. This week's quote is from BJ, a partner of a porn addict. My husband was doing so much better. As far as I know, he hadn't slipped in months, and I had hope beyond hope that it was over. Now he's just gotten a new job and is away from us for weeks at a time. Just found out he's been lying to me and his accountability partner about his continued addiction. I'm going through this grieving process all over again. After 9 years of marriage, part of me just wants to call it quits. I'm so brokenhearted. Again.